Hello, Gemini, wherever you may be. I premeditated some of your cards here, and we're going to jump right into it. So I asked for your present situation for August of 2019. This is Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I notice I mostly resonate with my Sun or my Moon. So you can always go online and check that out if you know your birth time and your birthplace, okay? So far what I'm seeing is pretty much, I haven't, looked into them, but the overall, before I get into these cards, is you're having a wake-up call and you're needing to reflect your life and learn to be compassionate for others, which will give you peaks of joy. Well, sorry about that. Someone was in here. So anyways, moving on. So presently in front of you is the solar eclipse of Revolution 4-4. Okay? And it's pretty much about you've got to focus on what's directly in front of you, which is funny that it's directly in front of me. It's going to be a change or shock. It may not be welcome, but it is necessary for you to move forward um, swiftly. But you will be starting a new chapter. It does represent like the Two of Wands in the normal tarot. I do really appreciate these cards. At this moment, I can't remember what they're called. It's like Black Moon Astrology or something. But it's also saying on the underlying deck here that you need to be more compassionate and maybe go out with friends. So that being said, you felt something would eventually happen. It hasn't paid much attention to the situation. You're presented with a shock or a jolt, and you're reeling over the sudden change. Upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe, so you can embark on new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. It will be daunting, okay? Every new change that we haven't stepped into is always daunting, okay? They may seem like a negative at first. Into a relationship, being forced to move, losing your job, this tends to affect the relationship more so than not. So learn to breathe during all this. Your life's getting a complete rearrangement. But you also may find yourself fixing something on your own, creating something you hadn't really thought of. Just transforming your life all around, like clearing out some negative things that have been there. Okay, get off me. And then we're going to go to Wake Up Call, which definitely coincides with this whole reading. Where the heck? I want to redo a brief insert for this. It's almost like the Tower. Where the hell is it? Oh, tsunami, that's why. Like, it is coming in swiftly. Yeah, turn right to it. Bear with me here. Okay, you see that, like, riptide coming under that full moon? You're getting a wake-up call, maybe in the form of significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for. Okay? You may feel stunned, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring, yet also know that it's time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subject of the event. You're experiencing a real-life drama. No need to amplify it more, Geminis. No need to amplify it more. My mother and my 3 best friends are Gemini. Do not amplify the situation. You do need to take a step back from it so you can think. You can recall signs that foreshadowed it happening if you take a moment. Obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were so subtle that you dismissed them, thinking it was just imaginings of the mind rather than your instinct. Negotiate the wake-up call. Listen closely to your instincts while at the same time seeking the higher ground of spiritual truth. I don't get that card too often, so sorry I did have to pull it. I don't get this card too often either. So, this is new. This is your advice. Okay, these 2 cards here are like, what should you do? What's your advice? Because something is definitely getting ready to rattle your foundation. And I'm sorry if you lose someone. I am very, very sorry. I've also been pulling these cards, and I'm a Taurus, so it kind of terrifies me of like being linked to my mother. All right, so this is a beautiful card. I can't really ever pronounce these, but it is compassion for others. Ubuntu. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Okay, we will get to her. These are new cards, but I already am very deep in love with them because they are very to the soul. Okay. What if you were solely defined by your compassion for others and the kindness you extended? How would your life look? How would you conduct yourself in Ubuntu humanity? That's what it means. Was solely what you were noted for. Consider how your benevolence can extend to other species and creatures. It's a time to empathize with others' journeys and put yourself in their shoes. For better or for worse, the girl pierces her own eye with the leaf. You can see that. Doing so opens the window to her soul and learns from the challenges and the gifts of others' journeys. She is peaceful and reflective. There is no pain, only greater understanding and greater wisdom. Now's the time to notice others' struggles and help them. Listening with compassion and patience can ease the suffering of another person. Be defined by your willingness to put others' needs before your own, just as you would appreciate they might do in times of need. Okay? So this may be someone in your exterior, but it affects you. Crappily, me. No, I'm kidding. This is, you're gonna get a sense of power after all of this, though. Okay, like a wave of power rising back to, you know how like transformation, a butterfly has to go into a cocoon and the acid eats them in order for them to come out this beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Okay, insanity. But this is saying you need to take a rest with the sacred pool. 1 and 7 make an 8. 7 minus 1 equals a 6. It's all about moving away from something that is conflicting and taking a moment for like a recharge in a peaceful place for you. The woman is floating, okay? She's floating in a pool of water surrounded by healing light, herbs, stuff to cleanse away the negative. Taking a step back, Gemini. Okay, taking a step back to take a breather, and that is your advice and what you should do about this situation that will be laying in front of you in 3 to 4 days, weeks, months. Okay, Spirit is, I asked for August 2019, but this is just how they don't know time. Okay, they really just don't know time. It's fluid to them. They're forever energy, forever energy. And this is what they give me. These two cards have similar colors here, like grayness, but it's almost like she's removing the gray and she's starting to get a little bit of color in her nose. She's blinding herself for what's coming. You don't need to do that. Okay? You need to cast any envy into the unknown and let it dissipate, because looking at what someone else has isn't going to get you what you need, what God thinks you need, or get you back on this path. Like, you may have been very reckless with something, and now it's coming. It's coming. And you're going to have to take a rest from it and learn how to be compassionate with others, and not just me, 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 me. What are my problems? Okay, I'm not saying give your life to someone, but I'm saying in order for you to regain your balance, you need to take a break from how you would normally be from this shift, this powerful, powerful shift that's coming into your life. You can let me know what that is if you need to, if it's already happened. Some people it's already happened. Some people it's going to happen. I cannot tell you what exactly that is without pulling directly from your energy sometimes, okay? sometimes Spirit doesn't think you need to know that you need to go through this. So you can get a hold of me below for that information. It is below. It's only $15 for the read. I'm going to get some clarifiers here. I've already pre-shuffled these, so with your energy, can I please get clarifiers on the wake-up call and the revolution? Please, what's happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August of 2019 in these 3 to 4 weeks? Thank you for returning too. If you're new, please subscribe. That's how I get more messages to people that might need to hear them. If they don't resonate with you, that means they're not for you, and thank God, because this one, I don't know if it's so great. Alright. But you know how to fix that. I just did a girl, she's a Leo. She's like, I left out so many details for you, and it's scary. It's scary how you were on the head. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're not going to hang on to this situation. You're going to have to let it go. I don't think there is anything to hang on to. And it was definitely to do with foundation and money, perhaps. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles, definitely family, home, stability. You're not wanting to sync. You're not wanting to sync with this person or this place. More stability, though, in home life with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4. You're wanting to release something, or something is being forced to release because they're trying to drown you. Pretty much. Spirit of the past is trying to drown you, and you're not trying to cling on to that no more. I have a clarifier for compassion for others and sacred pool. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, August 2019 for these 3 to 4 weeks. So you have the Star, air energy, mainly Aquarius, and then you have the Queen of Swords, air energy. On the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of the Wands, which is, in this deck, you don't really feel that you have any more to fight for, but you know you have to keep fighting. This is like the last one. It's the biggest one. You got to fight through it. So, clarifying the taking a step back, compassion, and healing yourself is the Star card, the healer. Because the Queen of Wands is the widow in the deck. Okay, she's the only one that stands alone. She is not married. She's had a loss, and she is very sharp and to the point, and has a lot of clarity from all these losses. Okay, wisdom and clarity. So you are going to balance out, you're going to even out, you're going to heal, and you're going to have the clarity from the loss that is coming. Okay, that does not happen overnight, but you will be able to sort through people that are no good for you and heal. That is the lesson. This is the last battle of that situation, because everything ends and begins. You're standing in front of your last battle. You feel weary, but you're going to take it on anyways. And that leads to healing after the loss that you've cut away from this wake-up call. Let me see. Spirit, please give me a postcard from Spirit. Wisdom for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August of 2019, please. About this situation that is out in front of them. It's healing, battle, foundation. If you need to know. Healing, battle, and foundation. Letting go of things that are trying to drown you. They can no longer be there. Gaining compassion, probably more for oneself or someone close to you that's helped you during this. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Give me a message, please, for wisdom for my Gemini about this situation out in front of them, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, August 2019, please. I love these cards. They usually blow my mind. There's always something linked to something I put out here. I have to sort through them. I'm probably like a very slow snail to them. Always pay attention to what I say or what I stumble on, because I honestly, most of the time, I can't remember details. It's crazy. I can remember to tell you that, but like, everything is linked. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August of 2019. I know, I'm sorry. Please give me wisdom or information for them about the cards laid out in front of us. That one did not want to go, so I'm going to take it as this one. Okay. Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension that you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysteries in beautiful tapestry and glorious technicolor. And that leads back to me not being able to pinpoint. They don't want me to. They don't want me to pinpoint what this wake-up call is, because it can't be a shock if I pinpoint it for someone out there watching. But just lead yourself with your heart and soul. Alright. Put a comment down below. Hit that bell. Let me know what's going on. If you can pronounce that, please pronounce it out in the comments. And I'll catch you later, my love. Good luck.